All right, we are live. Welcome to the coming damn. Hold on, hit it for me.
Oh,
Come,
the common
wel-
damn sense.
welcome to the coming damn sense podcast. I am your host with the most. This is Mr. D'Angelo up in this thing representing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and
Writing
introduce
that
yourself.
shit for a week. He been writing that for a week. Go ahead, Faith.
Hey, y'all remember who I am? My name is Faith. Your Highness on the gram,
Oh,
not on the gram, on Twitter and on Instagram, actually.
okay. It's your boy, Jamon. I'm rocking an Avenger shirt today. I don't got my anime going, but you can see Captain America right there. See the Hulk right there, Faith with the Naruto shirt on. D'Angelo, I told you we're gonna get you one day.
I don't want
Gonna
that.
Gonna
get
get
you
him
on
a
there
tank
one
top.
day. Get him a
No deal.
Yes, sir.
No deal. No deal.
No, man. No deal.
That's fine. No
Been
deal.
MIA a little bit, but we back. I'm back.
Yeah. You're back, and we're black.
Yeah, I'm a little darker, I think.
Where did you go on your vacation, brother?
Man, nowhere special. We just went, a hop skip, not even a jump.
Okay, but where did you go?
Yeah, or didn't answer my
I ain't
question.
trying to tell these folks all that, you know what I'm saying? They don't need to know me, tracking me down stuff. I gotta rough somebody up, you know what I'm talking about?
These people
Nah, we
don't
just
give a fuck.
we just went to Dallas, cause we just went to Dallas for the little week for a week.
Oh,
Let the
so you
kids
got
go do.
fun?
We did a couple fun activities. This place called Meow. Well, I don't want to be no sponsor for nobody, but there's a place called Meow Wolf. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I recommend if you're going to Dallas to go to it.
That's
And
great.
then we went to a place called Hershey's Palace, which made me homesick because they had all kind of foods and people was from Chicago, so it kind of made me homesick. So
Hey, represent the Chicago, the Windy City.
yes,
Well,
yes, man. West Side,
said, well, take your ass home.
West Side, K Town. He said what?
He thought that was so funny.
He did. He. You saw that? He felt that one.
To do
Oh
it
yeah,
home.
y'all can go hell. You go to hell, quickly.
Go here. Go here. Raise it.
Stupid ass.
Throw it.
Go
What you want
ahead
to do with
quickly.
hell? Anyhow, you know what I'm saying? Glad you're back. I wish D'Angelo would stop saying hostess with the Moses, but that's never gonna happen. So hey,
I never said hostess. You don't hear well.
I'm sorry,
Y'all,
host with the
come
most.
on.
Yeah.
This is the reason that we never get it together because come on.
Yes, ma'am. I sorry.
But in that note, y'all, look how curly my hair looks. And I didn't even curl it today. So,
Oh, come on, Faith. This is why we
Facts.
never get anything done.
facts.
So the title of today's show is "Are Older Women Regretting re-
Wow.
regretting
Your inner Daffy Duck came out,
Dude, when I knew you were going to fuck that up. Are older women regretting modern feminism or whatever the video is called?
or whatever.
are older women regretting adopting feminism?" That is the title.
Mm.
That is the title of today's show. So, um,
Ours.
feminism has really done a number on the West, especially America. OBI's face.
You can
Okay.
see that?
She thought she could hide. No deal.
And so, you know, in my opinion, I think it's one of the main reasons why our family structure has fallen so far, especially as Black people. Our family structure is really just trash. It's going to shit. And so, um, I think a lot of women as they get older, they really regret adopting the tenets of feminism. I don't need no man. Men are not important. Men are trash. Um, men just anti-man, anti-family, right?
But that's
But like
not.
that's not what feminism is,
Well,
D'Angelo.
well. To be fair, that's not what first wave feminism is.
But
Ow.
we in the third, we in the last wave. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
when that's where all of the effery starts in this portion of it. But the
Well, no,
previous
all
portion
of
was
it.
just like equal opportunity. And I told you, I'm for equal opportunity. I'm just not for equal outcome
Now,
because
hold
you
on. We're
earn the
not there
outcome you
yet.
want.
We're not there yet, man. Let me
Dang
just set
it!
it up. Let me
Dang
let
it,
me
Bobby!
let me set it up,
All
right?
right, go ahead, bro.
So, like I was saying, in my opinion, I think from first wave all the way to now wave, feminism is the reason, one of the main reasons why our family structure is trash. And so, with that being said, I think a lot of women regret adopting the tenets of feminism,
Mm,
prolonging starting a family. I think the average woman now starts, settles down, get married around 30.
30,
Um,
30,
and when it used to be, 18, 19, where they were start.
22, and 21.
Yikes! If I had to get married that young, I don't know what I would do.
What do you
Um,
mean? That's what do you mean? Why?
I'm still like a kid, really. I'm still childish as hell.
But the idea is never mind. Go ahead, D'Angelo.
go ahead.
No, 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 no. Back
Go
to
ahead.
you,
I
Carl.
mean, maybe that's not everybody, but I'm just speaking from experience. Like I said, I was childish as
I
fuck.
mean,
I
so
wouldn't.
it's
Uh-uh.
possible that that's the truth. You know, some people are more, as you say, childish than other people. But you got to look at it and say, um, it's never. Hold on. It's never too early to secure your life, right? So the right person, the right situation. It's never too early to secure your future. You know what I mean? And there's nothing
Yes.
available on the dating market except sex.
I mean, I secured future in other ways. Like, you
But
know,
family, but family, like you know what I mean. The older, the longer you're not married, the more um, damage to psyche, mental to your body you do to yourself. Because if you date, dating comes with what?
did my body tell you this?
Yeah, I heard it yesterday. It
Or did
screamed
you
all the way
just,
to
or did
Dallas.
you just, or did you just assume it?
It's
So
just
you
like,
just
hey,
talking from what
Javon,
you
I'm
think.
fucked up. That's
Yeah. So I will let you know if that ever happens, sir.
no. I'm
But
not
for
talking about
now,
you as in faith. I'm just
but
speaking
we
in
were
general.
talking
Like,
about me as in faith, yeah.
well,
I
no,
know
no.
I
I
was.
was, yeah, yeah. No, I was saying not for you specifically. That's what I was saying. For you, yes, but I'm saying other people that maybe are more mature, which is usually the case.
Yikes. Is the case in the room with us? Everybody was childish as fuck.
Go ahead, D.
But I will say, most of the people in my class that got married and stuff like that aren't together right now.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
because of a couple different things that happens. For one, you have no fault divorce. One, that's one thing. So you don't have to actually prove anything happened to get a divorce. Right now, you could just say, you know what, I'm tired of this mother, and then go get a divorce.
Which, I
Another
mean, you
thing,
should be able to, but
no, you shouldn't, because when you get married, that is in front of God. That is in front, even people who don't agree with God or believe in God. But that is when you get married, that's supposed to be something that till death do us part. That's exactly what you say. You say till death do us part. Not until I don't like this motherfucker no more.
I
Now,
mean, but at the same time, you should be able to do whatever you want. Like, let's
yeah,
use D'Angelo, for example. Let's just say, let's not use the wife he has now. I don't
yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah. Don't make it too personal, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say he got married and he just so happened to lose whatever the hell amount of weight he needs to lose, and he ends up being 195 pounds. And said woman who was a Coke bottle, whatever y'all like to call him, he gets all fine. He want to go to the gym. He want to go out. He want to go to the beach. He just want to be fine and live his little life.
Right.
But life may have taken a toll on his wife, and he could see that as she's holding him back. But
Hold on.
I'm not saying that they don't have any kids or anything like that, and they
Okay.
haven't been married for like that long. This ain't no like we've been together for 18,000 years and now I want
Right,
to get
right.
a
You
divorce.
saying
They've been
five
together for like a
years.
couple years. Yeah, 5 years max. and it just doesn't work out. Do you think
Yeah,
it'll
I'm
be a
like this.
reason
If you
for
ain't
it?
got kids, if you ain't got kids, leave. But fine, do something else. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was
I
asking.
don't. I
Like, I
differ
never
from
would want to
that.
break up a family. Like, that gets a little more
Right, right,
serious
right,
when
right.
kids are involved and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
I
differ
get
from
it.
that, and the reason why I differ is because of this reason right here. If you're supposed to know the person that you get married to, so you should know the mentality of the person, what how they know them. If you telling me somebody changed within 5 years, then you didn't vet that person correctly, so you failed yourself. And so to me, that's a rare occurrence. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's just timing where you don't like the person you with for a little while, and then you just want to get away from them. 5 years from now, I can give you examples. I've known people who been together for 19 years, 20 years, wasn't married, got married, and I guess the expectation of marriage was too much. They got divorced and was still together. They just wasn't married. That's the stupidest shit ever, right? Because the only thing that happened was you just signed paper. The only thing that changed was that you committed a vow to each other, and then that you couldn't handle the vow, I guess. So you broke up. But the no fault divorce, you should have to prove that something happened for you to want to get divorced. Like it's too easy to not feel like you like somebody right now. Oh, I
So,
don't love you today, but
so
tomorrow you might. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
God damn it, Bobby. Uh, so back to what you were saying earlier, Faith. Um, most people right now, most women right now, most people in general are not really as serious as we used to be 80 years ago. You know, when women, well, actually, even before that, like the whole human history, right? People got married early. You know, people got married early, and you stayed together forever. You had a
Teenagers.
bunch of kids, and you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, women were just pushing out kids. Now, since the 60s, when all this started, women have been become more selfish, and right, and so they don't really care about family as much anymore. They don't put the family above themselves, and so now you
Hmm.
got women that want to achieve different goals, which is cool, right? You got different women that want to go out to the workforce, women want to do X, Y, and Z, but later on, after they hit their 30s or whatever, and they're still single and they're wondering why they can't get the men that they want, they they fail to realize that when they were in their prime years, they were busy focused on other things besides a family and a husband and kids. And so a lot of them regret that when they get older, and not necessarily while they're in their 20s. Because the best time to get a man is when you're at your most fertile and your most beautiful that you're going to be, to
Yeah.
get the quality of man that you want. So unfortunately, when they get older, they think they'll accumulate all this money or whatever they've done in their lives, their individual goals. But the men they want don't care about that stuff in them, and so they're out stuck. They're like leftover women. That's what they call them in China. That
In China. Yeah.
any woman that's over 30, they call them leftover women, and
Yeah.
there's a reason for that.
Just
So,
to add a little piece. Oh, go ahead, D. Because I
oh,
just
go
want
ahead.
to add a little piece to that.
Go ahead. I have time. Go ahead.
And the thing about it is they want to become more manly. They become more like men, in that way because they think that the things that they value from a man values from them, and that's not the case. And that's what happens. So they want to build themselves up. Like feminism tells you, third way for sure tells you, do this, do this, do this, and the perfect man, gonna come. And that's not the case. If you rich, you're gonna attract niggas who at you for your money. You're not going to attract the man that you want, right? Because first of all, women are hypergamous by nature, which means you want somebody at your level or above. That's facts. Because how many times since I've been little, you've been little, I ain't taking care of no man, and you shouldn't.
But the flip side about it is men, their mentality when they make money is I'm making money to take care of family. So they
Yeah,
don't really care about how much a woman makes. We're
right.
not hypergamous. We're more providers by nature.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so so y'all kind of outprice yourself, especially if you look average. The more money you make, you think, let's say you make $150,000 a year as a woman, right? Which is good. Congratulations. But the man on that level or higher don't want you. because you look average. They want the woman that they can pay for a better looking woman, if that makes sense. They can afford a better looking woman, and
Hmm.
so you price yourself out of the market when you go into the marketplace thinking that I'm going to get a man based on how much I make.
Right. That's a masculine thought process.
What are your thoughts, Faith?
Mm,
Check out niggas.
I don't know. I'm just listening. It's
That's
not
what I'm trying to
uncomfortable.
see. That's what I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you, while you young and vibrant and hot.
I don't know. I just
I'm trying to get
it's
you
just
involved in love and not this street life, because I don't want you to turn 40 be like, you
I
know.
don't
Yeah.
know. I might have to check in next episode. Next ode.
And we need to actually the conversation that we was having last night. We need to kind of go back over it and write some stuff down, because we had some hot takes last night.
Darn it! Dang it!
No, we did
I
for
will
real, but I
say
don't think this
Huh?
is the
it's just
episode for me, you guys, because I mean, uh, I'm
What's that?
not really gonna add much to it.
no, no,
The
no, no.
ends,
But
I
you
don't
you
like. It
provide
makes me
the
kind of uncomfortable.
you
What's up?
provide the opposite perspective to it. Like I don't agree with D'Angelo fully, and you disagree with both of us, and that's cool.
But still, it's just like I said, it's just kind of uncomfortable.
Why is it uncomfortable? I'm just curious.
I don't know. It's just the language, and it brings as disrespectful underlying. Like, and not even on purpose. It just rings as mean. This just has a mean. It feels mean natured, and I'm just
Mm.
not with that. You know, especially when it comes to women, because like, hello, I am a woman, and so it's understandable that y'all feel that way and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, it really is negative on women, and I don't just want to sit here and hear a bitch that's about women for
Okay.
real.
It's not necessarily a
But
bitch.
no,
It's not a.
I will though. What?
What'd you say? What you about to say, sweetheart?
I was about to say I will though tune in and watch that bit, but I just don't think that I don't think this topic is. I just don't like it. That's it. To be honest.
I'm just saying. So okay, so we're just gonna watch this video
It's
right
my
here.
fault.
Now, um,
Let's temp. Well, okay, go ahead, D. Don't
what was
leave.
that? Go ahead. What you about to say?
I was gonna say. I was just gonna say. No, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Okay, but it's not. This is not really to poop on women. This is really just to get us back in alignment with what we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to
Yeah,
do.
that's real, but you also gotta understand you're a man talking to a bunch of men about women. It's just not a good look, and it just doesn't sound good. You said that this was a male targeted audience. This
Right.
literally is turning into a the fuck are those called? Um,
We're not caught.
Jim Bro, Mass Bro. What are they called? The Bro Park podcast,
Who?
like the Andrew Tates and stuff, and the Kevin Samuels. I think there's those are their names.
I mean, that's
Don't
Bro.
fucking act like you don't know what I'm talking
no,
No,
about.
no.
That's
not
what that
I'm
not that
saying
I don't
category is
know
called.
them. I'm just
Like,
trying to figure out
dude,
the term you're using. Like
like the
the bro.
category, there's literally
What
a
is it
category
called?
called. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what it's called.
You talking about the manosphere?
Maybe
Man, cause you talking about bro. I'm like, what? I don't know.
the Manosphere.
the manosphere. Yeah,
I would like to think that we
Manosphere.
do more of
yeah.
everything because we just was on Diddy head a couple weeks ago.
Ew.
Yeah, you got to.
Pause. I better say pause because Diddy is Diddy. So, all
Yeah, you got
right,
to.
D'Angelo, we need to play the video because we had 19 minutes. Like, bruh, that's my
Okay.
fault.
Yeah, absolutely. Um. Okay.
Accountability is like
Look at you. What a man.
this.
Now, and the reason why I wanted to show this here is so we can kind of learn like from the people that's promoting this like lifestyle of where you do what you want to do when you're young, and then you get old, you regret it. So let's look at this.
You just see your face like this mug did not hear what I said.
I mean, be okay. It's a good learning lesson.
Hell no.
This is what I believe in, right? Like it's like if if you're gonna be the type of bitch that like a nigga, you want a nigga to take care of you and everything, but it's like, all right, you have to like pick a balance. Like it's like you cannot just be a bitch that is like, oh, my man take care of me, he does the bills, but it's like, what do you do? What are you contributing? Like it's like, all right, like you can't be complaining like, oh, I cook, I clean every day. It's like, okay, but you don't work, you don't contribute to the house. So I just feel like it's like, and like sometimes people be like, oh, so this is like really controversial, right?
Go ahead.
I feel like it's very controversial when like be like, oh, I don't go 50-50, but it's like, all right. So if you and your man make the same amount of money, right? But only your man is the one that paying all the bills. How you ever gonna save up to like buy a house or buy a business? Because he's never gonna be able to afford to. So it's like certain things is like a joint thing to do. You
You
know
got
what
to
I'm
work
saying? Like
together.
it's like a work together. But I just be feeling like sometimes people like the internet really be having people fucked up from like real reality type shit. So it's like all right. So your mom and dad used to work every single day, right?
Hmm.
So your mom and dad used to work every single day, so your mom could save her money and well buy purses, and your dad just pay the bills. That's not how it works. It's either
No.
your mom was in the house cooking and cleaning every day, your dad was working, or they was both working to pay both the bills. Like y'all be acting like y'all don't know what the fuck that is like no more. Like come on.
And your mom money was your dad money, and your dad money was your mom money.
Like it was like
That
that.
shit
It
was
was
all
it,
together.
like it's like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not a feminist anymore because it's like sometimes
That
it's like
Gilly.
y'all bitches don't be living in the real world.
Right.
Y'all not living there.
Y'all be talking about my money is my money and his money is my money.
I mean, my money's my money,
Disrespect
his
that
money's
so
my money, but
bad.
like
Ah!
my money's my money. Like my money's my money and his money is his money. But it's like, but you know, like it's like we both spend money on each other and
Right.
everything. And it's like if we want to go and everything, it's like all right, like if we're gonna buy a house, like let's go half and half. And it's like if we're gonna
But it's
buy,
not a one-way street.
it's not a one-way street. Like it's like if we're gonna buy like a like crazy expensive furniture, it's like all right, you buy the couch and I buy the dining room set. Like it's a both thing. Like
Right.
it's a both thing. Cause then when you leave, like bitch, you really leave for nothing. Cause you was like, hey, but he has to pay all the bills. Well, you now you're divorced and you don't got no house, no nothing. You don't.
What?
I don't know.
Um, I didn't realize that that was Gillian Wallow she was talking to, but Faith, I don't think you have a problem with much of what she said based on conversation that me and you had. Like
Yeah,
you
I
would buy
don't.
your dude, yeah, you would buy your dude stuff.
Of course.
Yeah,
But like I
right.
don't I have a problem with how she said it as if she didn't get famous for being a fucking stripper, which
Right.
based in her entire career on feminism, now all of a fucking sudden she
She
got
switched.
married and she switched
What,
up. Like don't be
to
weird
be
about it.
fair, to be
Like
fair,
be
she didn't get
cool about it.
famous.
Like
To be fair, she didn't get
no, she
famous off
did.
stripping. She
She
got
was
famous
fucking
off of
a
Love and Hip Hop.
homeboy,
Yeah,
the
Love and Hip Hop.
producer.
Right, right. That's got her famous. Love and
So
Hip Hop got her famous. But yeah, I don't disagree with you. I
so
think
like
that
let's not switch up though. But like what she's
right.
saying is cool. Just don't be weird about it. Like I hate when girls get around dudes and start being weird. Like it's cool to have all of those views and still be cool. Like you ain't got to dog other women because of it. Cause I feel the exact same way. I'm like 50-50. I don't care. As long as I can still do what I want and still get the snacks that I want, the makeup that I want, and we still have the bills paid, then hey, let's
The
pay some bills.
snacks. Make sure I get my
But
So
snacks
like,
though.
let me let me ask you a question, quick, Miss Kincaid. Would you feel? Do
Damn,
you
bro.
believe in? Do you believe in gender roles?
yeah, in some ways. I'm not talking about 100%, but when I did live with Nick, he took out the trash and stuff like that, and I would do the dishes and stuff. Like it was cool like that.
You
Okay.
you know why gender roles kind of exist in this day and age than they did back in the day? It was different, but now one of the reasons is like both parties pull their weight, right? Um,
And the stereotypes. I'm not about to take no trash out. You got
But yeah, but that's facts. That's more of a masculine job to do to take the trash out. Unless I forget and the trash man is running, then you might take the trash
yeah,
out.
no, for sure, for
Unless
sure,
you're
for
not
sure.
feeling good, and I'm like, well, let me
If
go
he's
ahead and
out of
put these
town or
dishes in the
something,
dishwasher.
yeah, I'm gonna,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we
So
could do
you
that. But
know,
like,
but you, some people, and I'm just gonna say both. I'm gonna start with the women first. Some women want to be kept women. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to do shit. And that's not good for no community, especially the black community, because we need the most help from each other. And it's dudes that don't want to do shit either. You know, you got the dudes that want to sit in the house and play the game all day. I love playing the game. I used to anyway. I tried to the other day, it didn't work. But anyway, but I know I gotta go get that money. I gotta go get it. I gotta get out
Mhm.
and go get it. So you got dudes that want to sit in the house play the game all day, those trash people. And likewise, you got women that want to be kept. Women, it's like you don't want to bring any value to your house. Any value. It's if you're a stay-at-home mom, that's a tough job. That is not an easy job. I respect the hell out of stay-at-home mom. I don't respect women that stay at home and don't do shit. Like, if you're gonna stay at home, figure out a way to make us money while I ain't gotta go to work. Maybe do something
No,
like
for
that.
real. And this is also how I feel when it comes down point blank to it being an adult. If you're genuinely out making all the money and I'm at home, I'm gonna do the at home stuff. Like I'm not just gonna not. But at the same time, if we're both out working and you get home before me, I will expect you to at least bring some food home or like prepare something. I don't want to have to work, you get home before me, and I come home to a dirty house. That's like you can't do nothing. I feel like sometimes it gets kind of icky around stuff like that too when the woman and the man do have a job, but the woman still has to do every single thing around the house.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, I agree with you. You need to have a conversation before you get with too close to someone about that before, because yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. I'm not a cook. I can cook some hell of a breakfast, but I can't cook nothing after that. So like, no matter my wife cooked, worked or not, she'd be the cook.
Yeah,
But
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 like you're
other
not
stuff,
gonna
I
let
would,
it
yeah,
just be dirty.
right, 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 right. No, I'm not. I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my part. Now, let's say if I work construction and she worked for Walmart as a greeter.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like
I mean,
you understand that's why I specifically specified you getting home before I do. There's always gonna be like little situations that switch up, but like that's when you make it work, you know? Like if
yeah,
I'm not doing nothing for real,
like
then I'll
person
come
and cook,
home and cook and stuff.
make
But
daddy a
like
sandwich.
if I'm
But
out working at Verizon till 7:30
yeah,
and you got home at 5 o'clock.
now the only thing I would say, and then D'Angelo, you jump in here, is that even in that situation where it's 50-50, the man still has more duties than the woman in that case. Because if we go outside and some shit pop off, you get to run. You get to get in the car. I gotta get my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know,
Yikes.
right? Like so, but it's just either way it goes, it has to be a discussion. I think that you should have with your significant other before you cross the broom. Anyway, jump the broom anyway. D'Angelo,
Oh, okay. Um, so
But you
weird,
good,
bro.
bro? Like what are you
Well,
doing?
this nigga surfing, looking at porn on the internet. Oh, what, what? Go ahead, D. It's uncomfortable silence. What you got?
I was just gonna say, basically what you already were saying. Um, no matter how tired I am when I come in the house, if somebody busts the door down, I got to get up to
Yeah,
protect the house. So I don't think that's
facts.
necessarily a prerequisite of the duties that each gender has.
Yeah,
Uh, but for instance, like I like cooking, right? So when I'm off, I cook the vast majority of the time when I'm off. I even cook my own meals, before I come to work. Like the stuff did you see me bring to work? That's pretty much what I do. Um, so there's just like it's certain things that are just foundational, and certain things that whatever's convenient for the household. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
yeah,
but if I tell my wife, say, look, I need you to pick up the pace cooking because I got X, Y, and Z to do, right? She need to be able to like do it. You know what I'm saying? And so, no, oh, quick question: in the household, they both make the same amount of money, right? Um, let's say they both make $50,000 a year.
okay.
Who has the final say so in the house? Faith first. about
I don't
anything.
say so.
Yeah, about anything. Let's say there's a situation that comes up. You think it should be B. He thinks it should be A. There's no middle ground. There's no negotiation. You all are as far as away as the east as the west. And so, who makes the final decision on what to do?
Shit. Mm.
Uh,
Jamal, you just wait. No, no, go ahead.
I
You
know,
just
I'm chopping at the bit. All right, so listen, one thing I say is you can't have four hands on one steering wheel. So, with that being the case, I have some things that I'll back off of my wife, but there's some things I will not back off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if
And
a nigga for real, then I mean, like, shit, he got
it, right, well,
so
see, and so even you agree with the basic principle there.
right. So the man is the ultimate leader of the house. That's my point. I
But
was making.
I will say, if I do feel strongly on it, I'm not backing down.
But what if he feels stronger too? Somebody
So
has to.
somebody has to
Shit.
submit. Somebody has to submit.
Right.
It depends on what it is. Like I said,
Let's
I'm
just
still a human at the end of the day. I may be a woman, but I'm still a person. So if I
right,
feel strongly
Jamal.
about
Maybe
something,
But
it
that,
was.
but
then it
that's
is
that.
what it is.
But that's the example I gave. If there is an issue that is no middle ground, so you believe strongly, right, and he believes strongly, right, just as much as you do, right. There has to be a decision that's made, right. Let's just say, for instance, maybe it's where to put your kids to go to school, or something that has to be just done. You can't just I'm gonna do it myself, right? Who's gonna take the final who's gonna make the final decision?
I'm not sure. I've never had to deal with anything like that before.
But you will.
That's what I'm
Hope.
saying. I'm just being honest. I'm genuinely not sure how I would react in that situation. Because I
Okay.
want to say that I'm not backing down, but I also maybe I will. Shit. I don't know.
So eventually, what will happen is um, if you trust this person, if you have faith, complete faith in this man, if he is a leader and if you've seen him succeed in leading, typically what will happen is you'll eventually back down. Now, there are some topics that I could care less about, and there are some that I will debate with my wife on. But then at the end, I'll say, you know what, I reserve because some stuff I just don't care that much about when it comes to that. But for the most part, it's certain things that like I just won't budge on. And I'll give you an example because D, I know you was looking for one, and I'll give you one real quick. When my baby, my 10-year old, when she was young, when really young, right? My mom, her mom, my wife, they wanted to paint her little nails, and I was not gonna let that happen at that age. She was 2, 3, whatever. And one time, my mom painted her nails. We let my mom watch, and I said, when I get there, her nails need to be clear because that was a thing that I just was not okay with. Now, me being a criminal, just having a criminal just a background,
Hmm.
I understand that pedophiles they like that draws their attention to little girls, to little kids, but little girls. So I'm like, nope, get that shit off my baby. And we fought for it for a while, but my wife eventually she was like, all right. And then as she got older, I was like, okay, now we good, we good. That was something I just would not move off of. I had reasons. I had reasons. And so,
The reasons that we're here.
doom,
Boom, chicka, boom.
but yeah, so if it's like she backed off of it because I had legit reasons.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I
right.
explained it to her why my what my reasons were, and she backed off of it for a while. Now don't get it twisted. She brought it back up a lot. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, she was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Because eventually you got it back down.
Mhm.
And even if it fails, you know what I'm saying? That's when you can so say, listen, you don't got to say I told you so. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can still work on your plan after that if it fails. But you still got to be willing to let him lead because you cannot have four hands on one steering wheel. It just will not work.
All right, so we got one more video before we call it a night night. Do
Is
do
the video
do.
in the room with us?
Huh?
Nothing.
Don't be a jerk all your life.
That's half of it. This is
What's this
Melanie.
about?
That's
Now,
Melanie.
this is what I will say about this. I think a lot of these women get into this manosphere or red pill area, and like they have good points, but they're not living it themselves. You know what I'm saying? And so I think she's one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's she saying?
Melanie?
yeah,
You
she
okay?
yeah, she was married. She divorced her husband, and now like she's an older woman now, right? She has good points, but like she dropped it just like Tyree's ex-wife. Like
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm finna take her serious at all. Go ahead, pay the
bro,
bills.
all the stuff you're talking about, and you just had a man. He never cheated on you. He was taking care of you, and now you run him through the ringer after you have his baby.
But
You
let's
know
be
what I'm saying?
fair. Sometimes you fail and then it starts to change your outlook on life. I'm not saying that's what happened with Melanie King, but
No, no, I'm talking about
um,
Tyrese's wife. Like he's like
oh yeah, yeah.
if she realized she failed, she would stop still trying to get this man's money because she signed a
Mm,
prenup and she told him, man, I didn't want anything to do with your money. I want you, right? Now
yeah,
she's
she did
trying to
say
fight
that.
the prenup, trying to get $20,000 a month. And child's like, it's crazy what this woman put
There's
her
no
through.
child that needs $20,000 a month.
But that's not even the point. My point is,
Yeah,
she has a YouTube channel talking to these women when she's a direct contradiction of what she's talking about.
I see what you're saying.
But I think this lady is kind of following that same boat.
So
But
what are we
Man,
watching her for? What this is
I mean,
about?
she made some good points. But I mean, that's my personal opinion. I may be wrong.
I
This is
listened
my
to a lot of her videos before. Yeah, this is Melanie King, right?
yeah, Melanie King. Yeah,
Yeah,
She
I don't
better
think that
not
she
be
falls
annoying
into
about
that.
it.
what
Faith, you may not like what she says. I'm gonna say that, but I've listened to a lot of her videos, bro. She was trained by KS,
I know.
so I'm not sure if she falls to that category. But I feel you.
Well,
She
this
made mistakes, and then after that, she found KS, and
maybe. Like I
yeah,
said, this is just my personal. I don't know like all the ins and outs. This is just my opinion based on information that I have right now
for
currently.
sugar down, for sugar down.
These women that talk about city girl getting flued out, bad bees, where are their husbands? Why are they not happy? Why are they still having to wear thongs and be in the street and be the most? They're fooling you. They all want relationship. They talking about we don't need no
She
man,
literally
but
played
all of them
somebody who's
want a
married.
man. They all or either have a man. Look at all the city girls, Meg the Stallion, Cardi B. They talk about being single and they don't give a about men. All of them are trying to be wives, and they're all bunned up with a man. These women
What's
are doing
happening?
the opposite. They don't care if you win. The city girl, BBL,
So tired.
flued out, and I'm a bad B. We are tired. We tired, sis. All these women that talk about
Yeah. So
I don't know, it was dumb as fuck. She literally said nothing. She said the obvious. Like, I just thought, I don't know who takes the music serious, but like, I mean, it really is just music at the end of the day. Because you
Faith,
clearly see,
go
Offset
ahead.
posted that picture of Cardi B
It was a whole
literally
video. Yeah, it
cleaning.
was a whole video. Yeah,
Literally
facts.
cleaning. Like, dude, ain't nobody, like, what are you talking about, sis?
Well, Faith, to be fair, now you are an intelligent young lady. There are some women who listen to that and they don't fall for the traps. All the single ladies and all that, they don't fall for that. But the truth is, a lot of them do. And you can go through and you can go through, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff, and you'll see a lot of videos of women saying, repeating what the city girls say. It's just like, and so I, it's foolish to think, or let's take, I'll give you an even different one. Lizzo. Lizzo proud of being fat and all that, but every time she try to go on a diet or try to lose weight, her fans riot. They get so mad at her for trying to lose weight, and it's crazy because what makes you think that this woman, like, if she's trying to lose weight, she knows that she's unhealthy, then that means that y'all should know y'all unhealthy, but they don't. They identify
Yeah,
with
it's
the
like,
music. It's just like the dudes now, right? They listen to what these rappers say, and then they go try to emulate it. right? They go try to emulate. I shoot up at the club, da da da, and that's why these dudes out here they shoot, they do this, do that. Music has a humongous impact on life, on people. Not everybody is a follower like that, but a lot of people, and they're the loud ones. That's the problem. The problem is, again, I don't believe that all women do that. I don't believe that most. But the problem is the ones that do it are the loudest. The ones that don't believe in doing all that stuff, they're quiet. They don't really want to say that. They don't want to involve themselves in it. The ones that do want to do it, they so loud. It's just like the dudes, the trash dudes are the loud ones. Like it's like, bro, you are trash. Why are you talking? You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? And that's
Oh,
what happens. The people who are the loudest ones, they live the wrong life. That's how it was going. So music has a humongous. If you think about it, in the '90s, it was about selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, just you was just selling drugs, and that's what a lot of dudes sold drugs. It was stupid because it's less than minimum wage, but they did it. In the 2000s, the 2000s became strip club era, throwing money in the strip club. How many broke dudes you see in the strip club throwing money at the strippers? Like you ain't got enough money to do that, sir. But because the music tell you throwing that money, making it rain, you got dudes that ain't got that making it rain, and they finna be broke. They don't got enough money to pay their damn light bill, but they in the club making it rain.
Music,
You see what I'm
music is culture, and so it's going to influence you whether it's overt or covert. It's going to
saying?
influence no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be careful what you put in. Just like with anything else, for like that's why marketing companies pay so much money for like jingles and stuff like that. They know the power
Yeah.
of music. So
How
music
you
is
learn your ABCs? ABCDE, right? You rhymes, poems, all that stuff make it easy for you to learn stuff. They say play classical music while you're pregnant so your baby come out smarter. It has an impact. They say if you want to learn how to speak another language, play it while you're sleeping because while you're sleeping, you're more open to suggestion.
mm,
So it does have a humongous impact, not on everybody, but a lot of people will
on
take what they
everything.
say and not see what they do. Right? It's not. It's just why the phrase "do as I say, not as I do" is invented because they saying this, but they doing something totally different. Beyonce, all the single ladies come on, every woman in the damn club go nuts.
No, I'm
But
saying
Beyonce go
that.
home to
I'm
Jay
saying
Z.
that.
But they going crazy. Yeah, all the single ladies be with us. But she go home to Jay Z.
And stay with him while he's cheating.
Right. WAP, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring. You know how many videos I've seen of women saying, I don't know how to cook, I don't cook, I don't cook, I don't cook, I don't cook. After that came out, before that, I didn't know that that was a thing. After that song, maybe because the channels I listened to, but it was just crazy of people saying it. It's just what is his name? From King Von. I'm smoking on my enemies and he killed shooting people and smoking on
Two,
them. How many
two.
it sparked a whole bunch of idiot dudes shooting people, recording their ops dead on the ground, talking trash. Like it never was like that when I was growing up. Like it was respect for your opponent. But the music made them disrespect their opponent because they heard King Von saying it. So now they want to say it.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
culture is a big thing, and culture has everything to do with sowing and reaping. So whatever you sow, you will reap. Whatever you give, you will get. Um, if you sow a bunch of stuff musically, um, spiritually, whatever you consume, it's just like food. Like
Yeah.
you consume Twinkies, you're gonna get a Twinkie body. You consume music with meat, you're gonna be a meat eater.
Whoa. Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta
I'm
be
big,
careful.
but I just like all foods. But Faith, I do agree that there are a lot of people who music has zero influence on. I've been listening to gangster, I've been listening to hip hop all my life. I don't call women B's and H's like that. I don't disrespect women. I don't never sold drugs. I tried to one time, it's a funny story, but I never sold drugs. I'm not a killer. I throw some hands, but I'm not a killer. So I'm not. I'm like you. The music, I clearly see what you really about. Like it didn't take me to learn that Plies went to Stanford for me to understand that he not a goon. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew clearly this dude ain't about that. You understand what I'm saying? So like I could see it, but not everybody can. A lot of people. It's anecdotal for me. I am the exception. I.e., like you. You're saying you knew that these women was like this. You knew that that wasn't real. Cardi B saying I don't cook, I don't clean, but we watched her sweep, and damn it, she know how to sweep because you wasn't
Man,
rich your
she was
whole
sweeping the
life.
fuck out that.
What? 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 But you wasn't rich your whole life. So to say you don't cook, you don't cook, you wasn't rich your whole life. When you left the strip club and went home, who cleaned your house? You wasn't making that much money at first at the strip club. So don't sit here and act like you don't cook, you don't because you definitely do.
But
This ain't what Beyonce.
the culture is always the music is always it's not
Uh-oh,
necessarily
D.
targeted at adults. They're targeted at kids and
Yeah,
more kids are listening to the stuff and think
impressionable.
it's real. And so that's the problem. Yeah, the deal with the culture is it's focused on seed
Yeah,
and seed our kids, right? So you got parents that listen to the stuff in front of their kids. What do you think their kids doing? Like
they're
you can go on the
poison.
internet now and see like kids rapping this stuff or singing these songs. What do you think they're gonna do when they get
Ooh,
older?
Did you
when I
remember
tell
the?
you,
Go
What
ahead,
is that,
Face.
baby?
man, when I was listening to Sexy Red earlier, and Justin asked for her name so he could ask his daughter if she knew who she was, I'm
Yes, you
like,
will,
she
huh?
bet not. Like,
I'm
I do
through.
not like that. Because I mean, like, okay, we all have cell phones and stuff like that now. Like, I get it and stuff, but like seeing toddlers know full lyrics,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my
And
goodness.
and this is the
that
I won't
one
even
thing.
say
teacher.
this around. I won't even sing "Sexy Red" around my own mother,
Right.
and I'm a grown woman.
It's like that teacher who said the 5-year-old kids in her class were all asking her to listen to Pound
Oh
Town.
yeah, let me see if I can find that video. That because
I
that
mean,
I was like that hurt my chest.
That
You seen
video
that
made
yeah,
me want to cry. Oh
you
I
my
saw
know,
it.
right?
goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh?
like you can hear it in her voice breaking, like her heart just
It's
broken.
like, what are y'all doing?
Well, yeah, like, and then it's one of the things where it's like D'Angelo makes a very good point when he said that it's for the kids because
That
again,
is true.
I grew up in the '90s. The '80s started the drug music, selling dope and all that. That traveled over to the '90s, where the '90s kids took it to another level when they got older, and then the 2000s started people popping pills, and
Now,
that
what's your
took it
music
to a
teacher?
whose nother
Oh,
level.
real quick. Was she a music teacher or a dance teacher?
She
A
was a
ballet
dance
dance
teacher.
teacher.
Hmm.
All
So
right.
it is for the youth. So people who are old enough to understand it is BS. We
Right.
know, but it's the young kids who don't know the difference between that and other, you know what I mean, other music. So you listening to her say it, you believe it to be true. Look how many people roasted Sexy Red when her little tape came out, and they was like, "Oh, I thought it was pink and brown and all that," and it was unfair to judge on that. But whatever. But anyway, look what all the
I'm
people
finna judge
saying
her on
about it. I'm
what?
like, come on, y'all, huh?
I'm finna judge her on what? Being a slut?
The video, no, the video.
I mean, I'm finna judge her. Please
Well,
explain that.
because
Like
you
they were
in
they
the
were trying to
song,
talk about her.
yeah, like in
Like
the
not
song,
about
she
her
says,
actual
"My
music. They
my
were talking
stuff is
about
pink
her.
and my butt is brown,"
Right.
But
and they were saying it didn't
clearly
look
she
pink, but it
meant the
wasn't like,
inside of it.
yeah, like
Because I
you can
mean
only see
she's
the outside.
black.
So it's like, what are y'all talking about?
They were just being like nasty to her, like not even about her just having sex. Because I mean, she was just having sex,
They
but they were
wasn't roasting the
being.
fact that the tape came out. They was roasting her body parts.
Well, I mean,
But you can only see the outside,
Well,
bro. I
what do
mean,
you
she's
what you
not
mean?
talking about.
What, D'Angelo? Like,
I
there's
mean, if you put
I
nothing
mean,
to
yourself
say
out,
against
well, if
that.
you put yourself out there like that, I mean,
supposedly she didn't leak it, but even though I think she did, but you could only see the outside. So how can you say it's not pink if you only see the outside? That's just crazy shit I've ever seen in my life. She's clearly a brown skinned chick. So
No, she
chances
is.
are,
I mean, hey,
chances are it's gonna be brown on the outside, buddy.
I mean, what can we say?
I'm just
Like,
saying.
what do you want from us, man?
Yeah, exactly. So uh, but it's just people just what you say in your music does have an effect on your life. For instance, Tupac wasn't a gangster until he started rapping about gangsters. Then he got pulled in, and then shit started happening to him. I mean, that's you start rapping about it,
Are
you
you
know.
still trying to find the video, D'Angelo?
I am.
Would you like me to find it for you?
Yeah, you please. Whatever you can
Okay.
do to help. And then you
Yeah,
can
for
send it
sure.
to me. Email it to me.
Email.
Yeah,
Which one me send it
yeah,
in?
because I'm on my computer. I'm not on my
You know,
phone.
you know he old, so send it to his AOL. Sorry.
Like you like a couple years younger than me. What you talking about?
Yeah, I am. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. So
Nah, but it's kind of sad. But yeah, music has a its profound impact on the way we learn. Like you think about like I remember I went on this date when I was in high school with this girl,
it
and
has
her
profound
brother could rap. He was like 4 or 5, and he could rap tip drill. And I was like, what the flip? Like the whole song, he's just rapping it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's just crazy.
And then the thing about it is, so you know the song, you listen to the song, then you say the song, right? So there's a further imprint, right? So every time you say those, even as adults, those things still have an effect on you, right? So
Mm,
you may not go to the extent of selling drugs, but you may be sympathetic to somebody who does. You
right.
see what I'm
Which
saying?
and again, I'm gonna say I'm an anomaly because I listen to all that stuff, and I still think that's the stupidest job you can have. It's just stupid, man. It's um it's a risk that it's an unnecessary risk, and I hate unnecessary risk.
Unnecessary. Let's do this right until Faith come ready to come back home. Oh, let's see if I can figure it out. You gotta figure it out.
Melanie King, that fluid out stuff is baffling to me more than anything else. So you let somebody fly you to them. To be fair, let's be honest with ourselves here. If you fly to someone, you definitely finna do something. You can't fly to somebody there and say, "Oh, I didn't know we was gonna do something," because that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Um, so
You
you
get
you
flew.
get
You
you
get
get
flew
flew
out.
out, and
You
some of
gotta.
them can't afford the plane ticket that they got flew out on. So then you got to get. Then if you don't want to do nothing, now you got to fly back home.
But this is
And
the
how do you
thing,
get
though.
back home?
This is the thing. Don't ever take anything from a man that you're not expected to pay in sex.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's what men
That's
are.
not your
That's
family.
what men are
Mm,
doing.
yeah,
That's what you're doing. So like, Grandma Nim was right. Don't ever if you're not you're just trying to fill out the territory. Don't accept no fluid out trips because you're gonna get fluid out to get poked out.
at least that's what's supposed to happen. So why put yourself in that position if you don't want that to happen? Like, yeah, it's cool to go to Denver. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to Denver? Yeah, it's cool, but then what's the risk you take in flying to Denver?
It's
You
not a
don't
risk.
know this person personally.
It's established. You're going out to get beat.
Yeah, and but if you get there and then you change your mind, now you like, come on now. He looking at you like what you thought was gonna happen.
It's craziness, craziness, crazy.
It is.
And my whole thing in this is my whole goal in doing this. I want our families back. I want it to be like it was, like I've read about back in the 50s and 40s, and how close our families were. We had Big Mama them and Big Daddy them. There go my boo. Hey boo,
Hey.
you back boo?
Dang.
Did you send it to me?
Yes. Ignore
You
that
emailed
first
it?
picture. It was of roses. I didn't mean to attach that picture to it.
Wow. Someone bought some flowers. A rose. It's still a rose.
Cause she loves me. She loves me. It's special.
One of the reasons why
Oh,
we so far apart, and just to, sorry, Faith, to say this, but I'm just gonna say it, is there's no more shame. Yes, you should be able to do what you want to do, but there's consequence to everything that you do. You can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. You can't bring a gun into a school. So things like that. uh,
what?
Freedom to do what you want to do, you should be able to, but there are consequences to everything that you do, is what I'm saying.
Tell me, how do you think humankind will look? Jamon, I'm gonna send you something that I want you to see about Shane. It reminds me of it. It's really funny.
Okay. For sugar down.
Okay.
Shame. Low down dirty shame.
Shane.
Don't let him like to do with my silk drawers on, ladies.
Shane. A hit. Like, come on.
And the Oscar goes to.
Like, get your dumb ass on, bro.
It was funny as hell. I
Oh, that
said
was
that
so
was
funny.
funny. Oh, there she goes. She damn near finna cry.
already. But we have to protect our youth. You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
really do.
And this is what I really believe, right? We have to protect our youth, what they see, what they hear, and also what they put in their mouths, right? So we got to be extra vigilant about all those. What you do that for?
Who me?
What are you saying, bro? What are you putting us a part of?
Right.
We don't want no part of it.
I mean, I wasn't even. Well, y'all are ridiculous. Here we go.
No, you're ridiculous. Don't be saying shit like that.
Damn.
But y'all, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm calling out all the parents. If you're a parent and your child is in pre-K to elementary school to high school, I'm calling you out. The children today, I have never experienced, and I'm 22. Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. I teach 5-year-olds ballet, 5-year-old girls ballet. I have a class of 10 students. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up.
Mm.
They're throwing things at each other. They're throwing things at other people, other classmates. You say, can everybody sit in their spot? I don't want to. I'm not doing that. You don't get to tell me what to do. You're not my mom. You confront the parent. The parent tries to argue with you and fuss at you because you tried to reprimand and redirect their kid. I told a young little girl, please sit in your spot. You're not my mom. You don't tell me what to do. Okay. When her mom came to pick her up, I said, hey, your daughter's having a hard time following instructions. And 7 times today I've had to redirect her to just sit in her spot. Well, clearly she didn't want to sit. And mind you, this is a mom.
Mm.
Clearly she didn't want to sit right there. So, I mean, if she's telling you she don't want to do something, why keep asking her to do it? You know she's not going to do it. What
What?
world do we live in? Like, what in you guys' brain as a parent says, my kid not following any directions is a great thing. It's not that serious, and y'all don't have a right to tell her what to do. It's sad. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And another thing that's heart wrenching is horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound? I don't know what to do.
That's crazy.
I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared for these little girls today because this is the most insane agenda push I have ever seen in my life. We do freeze dance. You guys' daughters are twerking at 5. 5. Where's the parenting? Where's the boundaries? Where's the help? Y'all are not helping your kids. You're hurting them. You guys are hurting them.
Mm-hmm.
I come every day dressed, ready to go, and I'm in school too. I'm in college. I mean, I put bows in my hair. I'm wearing leotards. I'm trying to get them interested in like proper things for their age, and you guys are exposing your kids to this raunchy secular music.
Mm-hmm.
Why is you guys' 5-year-old daughter singing Pound Town? And it's just really, 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 it's upsetting.
Yeah, that's crazy,
That I don't know, man.
man. And but that's what happens when the families are broken. You know what I'm saying? Broken homes. Because I guarantee you, most of them, all of them, there was no mention of the father in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's unfortunate, but this is where we are, and this is what feminism has brought us. It's brought us here to where our kids are out of control, our families are no longer existent, and we are doing worse than any group, any national, yeah, any group in the United States. When we used to, when our trajectory was so much higher before the '60s, which is crazy.
I mean, I'm not gonna say yes, we do have a problem, but I'm not gonna blame feminism, or at least not just feminism, because most of the problems that we are seeing have arrived from different, things. One, the exposure. I mean, you know what we do. We see 7-year-olds with phone. I'm out here asking. I'm thinking I'm getting a phone for a teenager. So excited. He talking about some 7 years old. An iPhone 14. Like Jesus Louises. So with that exposure, plus the parents not caring anymore, like it's just so much. It's just so harmful. It's too much. We are going in a very dangerous path, and I don't see it slowing down at all.
I agree with you. I would say two things. One thing is, what are you willing, not you, Faith, but you as in people, what are we willing to give up to protect our kids and make a brighter future for our kids? Because our parents back in the day gave up limbs to run away, right, from slavery. Then after that, you know, we gave up a lot of things to be married, to have a family when we were able to do so, right? You women gave up certain. Oh, I don't gotta go outside the house and do this and that. I'll stay in the house to make sure our kids are raised properly. You know, men gave up their bodies, right? You go out there, you work in the steel mill, in the factories, and you gave your body to make sure your family was taken care of. I would ask right now, what are we willing to give up to make sure that our kids grow up better than this?
That's what I'm saying. Like at this point, we all need to get a fucking grip. It's no
Yeah,
longer whose fault it is. Is it men's fault? Is it women? I don't. We don't even. It doesn't fucking matter. Look at what's going on. Everybody
right.
needs to get a grip, and we all need to step up. And oh man, the way that kids act nowadays, it is.
Cause I see kids videos of kids fighting teachers, and that was tap like when
That's
I
what
was
I'm
growing up,
saying.
like a kid fighting a teacher would be devastating. Like the whole community would whoop his ass.
See, and I just graduated high school not too long ago. Like the most we'll do is rag or like snicker behind the back, but they real deal getting up, cussing back
And
and
ready to
forth. I'm
fight
like,
these teachers. And it's just so
like
D'Angelo has a
dang.
very, very, very valid point that the main issue is that you don't have of the two sides of one coin in the house anymore. So you had two sides. You had the head and the tails, right? You had your mom and your dad, and they were supposed to give you two different nurturing styles, right? Your father was more aggressive, maybe more he led with fear, your mom led with love, but you got two sides of it. And now you're only getting one side most of the time because 80% of our kids are born into single parent households. And because of that, they're only getting one side of it. Or you got a single mother who has to work. So when she's at work, what is her daughter doing? What is her son doing?
But like I said, it also comes with other things because
Yeah,
we're not the only generation that was with single parents. The generation above mine, millennials, they had a lot of single parents households too. But instead of being by themselves, like playing outside in the neighborhood, doing all that stuff, now instead of the mom's at work, the kid is on that phone, access to the entire world, looking at whatever they want to look at. No
well,
boundaries, no nothing. Like you said, there's not enough attention on said child to
right,
realize that, hey, you don't know what's going on all the time where they're on TikTok. Yes, you think you do,
right,
but at the same time, I mean, look, Google is at, like, how do you think a child knows the words to Pound Town?
right.
Like, yes, the
Well,
mom probably played it in front of them a
mhm,
couple of times, but they could have also thugging with my round. Let's play thugging with my round. You Google thugging with my round on TikTok, the entire song pops up.
right. I'll say this: being a millennial myself, I'm at the beginning of the shit though, not at the end. But being a millennial myself,
So is my mom.
everybody on my block could get on my ass if I did something wrong, and my mom and them would not go crazy on them people. But now millennials who we're the cause of Gen Z being out of control. And because we made the rules of, whooping kids, like, I'm sorry, you can say whooping kids is whatever, but getting your ass whooped is necessary. I'd rather you get your ass whooped at home than be in jail. All right. So you want an ass whooping teaches you there's consequences for your actions. When you don't whoop your kid, they don't learn that there are consequences for your actions. So everybody on my block could get on my ass when I was little. You think about it now, if you say something to somebody kid, they ready to kill you. They are ready to kill you. Right? You know how when you got to whoop, you cry. I'm never gonna whoop my kids, but that was just kid talk. See, I changed that shit because I fuck my kids up. But a lot of people grew up and they determined that they wouldn't whoop their kids, and now their kids is out of fucking control. The kids run everything. They run the house, they run the school, you can't teach, they run the streets, everything. The kids run everything. One of the biggest gangsters in Chicago was killed by some 18-year-olds. This nigga had been trying to people been trying to kill this nigga for 30 years. 18-year-old kids took him out. That's the craziest shit
That's
I ever heard in my
insane.
life.
I'm just like,
So
wow.
dude roll around in bulletproof everything, and some little 18-year-olds took him out. It's like, what?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wow.
I mean, everybody take a part of their responsibility and just turn the corner. We it's not too late, but it's getting
That's
there.
what I'm saying. I'm like, we're so focused on whose fault it is. No one's
We
looking
have
at,
to.
okay, while we're saying that, how are we fixing it though?
Well, in order to fix a problem, we have to identify what the
But we
problem
could
is.
we know where the problem lies.
Yes.
The end game problem lies like that, but yet I still don't see us fixing it. I don't see mothers not like protecting themselves when they're out here, having sex and stuff like that. I still see
Hmm.
fathers not taking care of their babies. I still see moms doing what they was doing when they didn't have kids. Like, yes, it's feminism to blame, but okay, we get that. Like, how are we gonna move forward, and are we ever gonna move forward?
Well, this is the thing. This is my response to that question. It took feminism. It wasn't just feminism, to be fair. It was feminism and a few other things. Sexual liberation. You had the civil rights movement. All that stuff happened at the same time, right?
All right, yeah, we know that.
Elaborate, sir.
And it took them
40 is
about 60 years
yeah.
to do the damage to where we are today. So to
Hmm.
reverse engineer that is going to take
Take 100.
maybe it may not take us that long to get it back because it's just kind of like losing weight. You spend a whole lifetime getting fat, but then it took a couple of years of being strict.
Hmm.
So you can lose the weight, right? So this is my thing. We identify the problem. We put our families. The root of the problem is family and God. We took family and God out of everything, right? So once we start putting those things back together, then
Yeah.
we can build it back to where it needs to be.
So the only
Mhm.
combatant point that I would have, and just to play devil's advocate, because I don't disagree with you, but we're not the only culture, um, people that have taken those same exact things out. The problem is that
I didn't
we
say
do
we did.
everything. I know, but we're the worst because we do everything bigger than everybody else. Black person have a birthday party. A party is going to be the biggest party that anybody ever seen. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be the biggest fight that anybody ever seen. It's going to be when you talk about intimacy. It's the best intimacy that anybody has ever seen. So everything that we do, we take it to the fucking roof. We blow the roof off with every single thing that we do. And that's why we at the worst because we have zero self control. We want to go big or go home. That phrase, YOLO, go big or go home, all that stuff is negative phrases if you really look at it. You live every day. You only live once is not true. You live every day. Every day. And just to give a piggyback story real quick, the other day I was going to McDonald's. Hey, I'm the big guy, yeah, whatever. And this dude in front of me paid for my food. So I paid for the guy behind me food. Now I was supposed to keep going. But when I look back at the guy who was supposed to pay for the next person food, she ain't pulling money out. He ain't pulling no money out. So the waste, the guy who paid for mine, somebody probably paid for his. And then we get to this one guy who was like, "Thank you, brother," and just kept going. I had just wanted to see if he would pay. I just wanted to see, and he didn't. He didn't. That's the kind of thing that happens. So everybody is not got to be on board. Like everybody got to be on board. If I'm teaching
No,
my kids this,
everybody don't have to be on board. It just needs to be.
eventually everybody has to be.
Well, you're not gonna get everybody.
No,
So
that's the struggle.
I got one. What's,
It's 11:23. Y'all gotta work out in the morning.
hey, I got one more video real quick.
Oh, a video. How long is it?
It's like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 21 seconds to be exact. I don't think we're gonna make it in the morning, Faye.
Man, y'all just 23 minutes late, man. Y'all go to sleep in 10 minutes.
Shut the fuck up, Devon. Oh, Devon. Why did I call you that? Who even is that?
Sheesh.
Gee, what? Hey, watch this though. Share the screen real quick.
When it comes to the question of why was there a breaking down of the Black family in the last quarter of the 20th century, there are different theories. And unfortunately, a lot of these theories either are just wrong or misses the mark. The reality, however, is that it has to do with a shifting of cultural values that took place around the 60s, going into the 70s, at the behest of this kind of protest politics that was going on at the time, including second wave feminism. This feminist spirit that was active around that time caused a lot of young Black women, especially Black college students, to rebel against Black men. Nikki Giovanni admitted this to James Baldwin in 1971.
I think the only thing that's really changed is the Black woman. Because there was a time, let's say my mother, you know what I mean, my aunts and things like that, they would say, okay, if that's the way you establish your manhood, I'm going to go for it. And my generation says, hey, no good. Okay. You must establish a new base. I'll agree with that. And we are, as a group, demanding that a new base be established. And I don't think that that's asking too much. Because if I wanted a provision, you know, I would get a camper. You know what I mean? I would get a camper that provides things. You know what I mean? You get an Army surplus kit that provides.
The fact that many Black men lost their women to the feminist culture, and then they too were able to follow suit to where they were also demoralized by the culture to the extent where they weren't at home taking care of their own families, taking care of their own kids, not all, but many, is reflective of what happened in the Garden of Eden, where Adam was supposed to protect his wife, but his wife was swept away, was allured, if you will, by what Satan was trying to offer her. And then he too followed suit. I understand that this isn't a take that is accepted by the mainstream media, but it's the truth. And as long as our mainstream historians, our mainstream scholars evade the truth, we're going to continue to go down this downward spiral. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what you saw,
yeah, that's pretty much that.
Yeah. Well, I still blame. We still got to take some of the blame as men for going along with the bull.
Really, Faith? Really? You gonna play the? You gonna play the domino game? Really? That's what we're doing. So, in conclusion, we just gotta get back to the basics. Find out what's wrong with your face.
I'm looking at Jamal. What's wrong with his?
Oh,
so y'all playing dominoes and stovetop stuffing? I was trying not to curse.
Be careful with that stuffing word. You're drawing a real fine line around here.
Skate across that mountain. In conclusion, feminism has broke down the second wave. First wave, again, as I always say, first wave was not the problem. It's second wave, third wave. Third wave destroys us because it's part of the sexual liberation stuff, which, again, I think it was a video by Muhammad Ali, which I would have loved for you to play. But he said anything that God made precious, he hid it. Jewels, diamonds, your JJ?
it's a precious wop.
And the asshole. So.
Well, I mean, that ain't precious. That's just a dump.
I mean, but it's hidden though, right? You see
yeah, it's hidden. And you gotta protect that dump, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna say what I was about to say because the kids will get frustrated, so I ain't gonna say that. But no, I mean, I'm just saying, I think Second wave, third wave feminism kind of has a negative impact on us more than anybody else. First wave, it's okay, opportunity. Hey, there's there. Outcome, you got to work for an outcome. You can't say I want to have the same amount of money as this person when you don't sell as much.
All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in. We had a great time tonight, and good night.
You don't sell as much.
This has been the Common Damn Sense podcast.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.